Welcome back to Tabletop. Today, we're going to be playing one of the most sought out commanders that people have been just looking for a way to play him. I'm talking, of course, of Tiamat. If you guys thought that 2 heads were better than 1, well, let me tell you, 5 heads are better than 2, or 3, or 4, or 1. It depends on the heads. If 5 dumbasses aren't much better than 1 dumbass. So let's keep moving. So Tiamat, Wooburg plus 2 colors mana, is a dragon god, legendary creature with flying. He's a 7/7. When he enters the battlefield, search your library for up to 5 cards not named Tiamat, reveal them, put them into your hand, and shuffle. So the thing about Tiamat is that he isn't really worth the cost that he's playing. You can like look for 5 different cards, tutor them if they're not named Tiamat, which they won't be, inside your deck, which kind of lets you refuel if in the late game, that kind of thing, which is kind of nice. The problem is that he is every single color under the sun, so he has numerous ways of getting removed. Mystical Dispute also hits him, which makes him a little bit weak because some people do run that. But we're hoping to play today a little bit of a version that I've been working on that might be able to take him from kind of not good to somewhat playable or mainly playable. Bellatrix Witherbloom is pretty good once you seek him out, because then you can spend your 10 life to grab some more of these other dragons onto the battlefield, plus he gives you a bunch of tokens that you can spend. Long Rest is here because people do tend to wipe the board, which isn't very fun. Gilded Goose, a Carriad, a Cobra, many other things in order to ramp ourselves up into the end game, which is Tiamat. We also have the Via Vecna, the Maze Mind Tome, and the Tome of Legends, just for some more draw power. A Arcane Signet as another kind of these mana rocks. I could also use a Relic amongst other things, but for now, this is kind of the version that I'm working on. This is actually the 3rd one that I've gone on. Some of them have been orientated towards different rocks or different mana evolutions. Leyland Tyrant is something that I put in as well, just to see how it goes. We can get some of the extra mana. Fire's Invention's pretty good if you can get the Tiamat out. There's also the Gold Dragon, which lets you just gain some life back mid-game. Terror of the Peaks kind of ping them out for damage. Goldspan Dragon, same difference. Get some more mana out of the way. Gnawbone kind of brings us back into the game later on. And the Infernal Dragon's pretty good against blue decks. Kind of just like edge out the damage if they don't have something to return out, like an Unsummon or a Rogue. The mana-wise, so many different cards here. World Tree and Dryad are 2 ways to kind of correct our mana. We also have a Cultivate to kind of grab the stuff that we need. I mainly use a bunch of temples here for the scrying and the pathways to see if we are able to do it. We have 2 mountains and a forest because the majority of our cards already have green and red. So most of them have 2 red pips, which we really need to kind of have out in the open before then. Fire Invention again does let us kind of cheat that out. Dryad also corrects our mana. We have Lofty Denial, of course, a Disdainful Stroke, Jawari Disruption, a couple other things to kind of bring our stuff back to life, along with some removal spells. So this is kind of like, it's working on a bit of removal on their end, a little bit of interactivity, as well as ways to keep ourselves alive too. I might take out the Disruption, but sometimes I feel like it's just so useful. This one I'm not too sure about, in all honesty. Sometimes it's good to have another Dork. Sometimes it's not. Really depends on the matchup. But yeah, I think I might add in a Wizard class here. Yeah, probably a Wizard class. Be good. Taking this one out, putting you in. Okay, and let's just see how this goes for now. This one, the reason why I have this is it lets us draw 2 cards. I'm a big fan of it. But the thing about the Tiamat is that when you tutor for your stuff, you're going to end up with a huge-ass hand. So you might as well get the Wizard class in order to kind of stop that, along with having cards to draw late game or mid-game or whatever it is that you need. Heroic Intervention, probably a good add-on for this as well, but there are quite a ways to remove this. Maybe I should put in Heroic Intervention instead of the Jawari Disruption. Yeah, let's do that. Two counterspells should be fine. Remember, guys, this is very much a work in progress. By no means is this the final version that's going to be all best. But let's see how it goes anyway, and let the games begin. It's been so long since I've seen a Layla deck. So let's see how this goes. I quite like Layla, actually. She's one of my first commanders that I played with Chrono Eldraine. Untap land, pretty good. Although we have a lot of white here, but those whites can be just being used for green, blue, respectively. Play the Goose or play the Khalid? I think the Kyle will be good. The goose can be played the turn afterwards. Doesn't really matter too much. Although, that said, we were able to play the Leyland Tyrant. I don't think the Tyrant's very good inside this matchup currently. Heartless Act. Okay. Okay. Alright. Temple of Abandon. Another Scryland. Yeah, I can go for another Scryland. We also have the binding available to us as well, so we can start searching out triomes if we need it. We gotta wait for the opponent to play something though. Turn tree, Relic Rock, or Relic Ring will be pretty much a go-to here. Look at that. All three colors already. Found a Conundrum. Okay. That sucks. So, we can get rid of the Conundrum. Why not? No attacks. This way we can get the bindings Triome, and then we can also play our World Tree as well. So we'll be mix and matching colors before long, ladies and gentlemen. Opponent's got tree open mana here. What you got? There's the Maze Mind Tome. Pretty good against matchups where you're not too sure if they have counter magic or not. Ooh, this is a spicy card. Play one of ye. And the World Tree, maybe. If we play the World Tree, then we can play the Leyland Tyrant, right? That's the play to make. Play Tiamat next turn as well. There's no counterspell for one blue that targets red. Unless it's like red Elemental Blast? No, blue Elemental Blast. Which doesn't exist in this standard anyway. Alright, you got a lot of mana there. You can definitely kill something. Or you can play your commander. Beat the Swarm. Not too bad. Decline. I'd rather they do this now than to use it on the Tiamat. We've got an uncounterable dragon next turn. I really want to play this. And I think that is the play to make to kind of bait out their counterspells this time. Because with the orb and this, we can play Tiamat in 2 turns. Here's the Essence Scatter. I'm not too fussed about that. Maze Mind Tome, okay. Got the Inferno Star Mount. Ready to go. Along with the orb. Ooh, pain to draw 2. Let's see what they have here. 4 or 5. Yeah, so even though if they do counter this, then we can still play the Star Mount. Play it like this. Play Inferno Star Mount, Unsubstantiate, with Divide by 0. Those are the kind of spells that kind of target us currently. Might as well tap out here. Yeah, 2 left. I would have just got the extra mana from the goose. Sadly, not the case. You're going to bounce things back. They would have done it before the Infernal thing did damage to the face. So they have some sort of counterplay inside their hand, but they don't have a removal currently. Here's a Frogify. Right. Not the best thing to be having here. So we can end our turn there. We can actually sacrifice the Dragon Orb next turn as well. See if we can get like an extra dragon out of it. For now, we're just going to hold up mana to pump up the Goose and then hold up the Simple Stroke. Gloria's Anthem. 3 mana available. Doing anything with it? Perfectly fine by me. My turn. Castle Garenberg. Pretty neat card to have. We have 2 mana available for the Disdainful Stroke next turn with the Goose. So let's attack first. They countered this. That's fine by me, because then we can still play it again next turn. There's Neutralize. We can't Disable Stroke and Neutralize, sadly. Ooh, take action. They're on a 17-turn clock here. There's the Layla. Here's the counterplay. Last casket. Take away the Goose. I wouldn't have done that personally. Why? Because... well, yeah, probably the Goose was the best move. Oh, they have Mystica Dispute, don't they? I know they do. I know you have it. Oh, you don't? Okay. So, Witterbloom, Dragon Turtle, one of these. Don't think he's necessary here. Definitely Galwick with the Ting here. And we do need something else. I really want to get him, but I don't think he is optimal. Goldspan Dragon in case they decide to target and stuff. Play the Alayla for 6. We can just flash in the Dragon Turtle to tap the Alayla and attack for face. If they don't do that, we can Terror the Peaks. Oh, wow. We might actually be able to win this turn. But it's very, very peculiar the way we do this. Okay. First off, we play Terror of the Peaks. Then we have 5, 6 mana left. Right, what's the play here? It's going to be down to 9. Yeah, we can definitely play Terror of the Peaks first. Play the Witterbloom. Ping him for the damage. Tap the Witterbloom. Or, you know, activate the Witterbloom. Play the Goldspan Dragon. Attack. Play the Gatwick. Attack. Then end the game. Woo! Finally! A combo that actually works. Okay, Sezo. Good game. Good game. Oh man, that's so satisfying. I actually was able to do it. Ah! Big thumbs up in the video, please. Okay, so we are against an Azusa deck. So, Caviana Conundrum, probably be good. Even though there are ways to play around that. So, Orb of Dragonkind, maybe. We are on the draw here. See if we can keep drawing into solutions. Blue is good. Untap lands are great. Emergent sequence. Foretell to behold the multiverse, maybe? This is a even spell. I think that would be the best use of our mana. Next turn we can the island, then into the cultivate. There's the swarm. Odd. Odd is the one we need to get rid of. So you first. Into you. Need black. And red. Will they play the Azusa? There's another odd card. Play the orb. Into and behold the multiverse. Would it be too late by then? We just got 2 red sources. We could have played the Goldspan Dragon. Maybe that was the best move to make. So now maybe the thing here. Into an extinction event, we'll get rid of 3 things instead of 2. So no, I don't think that's the case at all. So this. Let's do it like this. Play an Elder Galgarot for 5. I dare you. Well, he does have 6 mana. Well, that's 5. There's Stoneclaw Serpent for even. None of these are necessary currently. So, definitely odd. Get rid of all their stuff. And now we can use Feed the Swarm to get rid of their extra land there if we wanted to. Or we can start our path onto the Mazemind Tome. Which would be not the worst use of our time. Blue. This way we can play the dragon on their turn. Depending on what they have. Six mana. Okay. Tap the Vorinclex. Lofty Denial, pretty good. Play the Goldspan Dragon. Get some more mana out of it. Probably Scry, see what we can get. Goose is not bad. Not bad. Play the Maze Mind Tome so we can start gaining life later. We'll see how this goes. Let's see how it goes. We might actually need to tap it for whatever we need. Is he annoying? Yes, he could be very annoying. Get rid of Yorbo. No, he has 3 mana left to do whatever he wants. Probably Azusa, because I have nothing left. Kenris Transformation, okay. Start gaining some life. In about a few turns. I lose equal to its permanent value, so I lose 6 if I were to play this. Tiamat. Gold because of the Defender. Terror to Peaks. Adult Dragon. Wither Bloom. Play this. Play the land. If we attack, we will have enough for feet to swarm. Feet to swarm, we can take away this and we'll not lose any mana or lose any life. Which I think is the play. So we attack with this. We can also use it to gain 3 life if we need to. Clutch. Remove to destroy this. End the turn. Oh, actually a thing is, with the Vorinclex here, we can actually pump up the tome. We can keep using it indefinitely for scries. What's to move, opponent? What's to move? Stoneclothed Serpent is immune to our Ting, by the way. To the Tiamat. So we have to be careful there. The attack with the Vorinclex still died to the Tiamat now. And they're completely tapped out. I do believe it is our win. Because we can just play this next turn as well to gain some more life. So, yeah, let's scry for free. Sure. Put this down. Play Witterbloom, -10 and die. No, that's not the right move. We play this, we can get 11 mana. 11 mana is enough to play Witterbloom. Actually, we attack first. Get 5, Tower to Peaks into this for 7, get rid of the Ting. Do we have anything here that attacks for 6? No. Sadly, we don't. Actually have 4 mana currently. I do think this is the move to make, though. Attack with these. There's the reach. Forgot about that. So we only have 4, which is 8, because this thing taps for 2. Tear into Peaks first. Witterbloom. Does 4 damage to something. Let's get rid of you. can end our turn there. Creating another token that pings for 1. Cobra. Turns off their Nyla. But they can just turn it on again by playing Azusa. I don't see them coming out of this alive. So yeah, that's game. That is game. Okay, so we're against another Azusa deck here. Or is it the same guy? Oh, this one means business. He has Gaia's Cradle. We're going first. Okay. They mulligan once. Don't know what that means. Play you. Tree will play Lucian Grove, but I think the play is to Maze Mine Tome in case we don't get a land next turn. That way we can just easily scry here to ensure that, or to draw another card. And Triome's okay. Triomes are perfectly acceptable. Now that we have this much mana on the board though, I might just start drawing instead of scrying. Here's the Azusa. I think for us, drawing is definitely the answer. Draw there. Heroic Intervention. Draw phase. Smashing. Absolutely smashing. Tree life. The correct. Just need to power 4 or greater. So let's just keep moving on for now. We don't actually have to worry about this too much. I'm just going to Dragon Turtle, something that they play that's big in their turn. The Dryad is okay for correcting the mana, but I don't think that's necessary. We already have 1 red pip and then another red from here. First Empath. That's not good. There's a Mammoth. Search for greatness. So how this would work is that we need to do it like this. Play the Dragon Turtle. Scare the Azusa, or tap it for now. Then we have enough mana to play the Goldspan Dragon. Goldspan Dragon, we have the 2 mana to play Heroic Intervention or Disdainful Stroke. Most likely Disdainful Stroke. And our turn there. Oh, I can put down a 4-drop. Lithoform Engine. That is perfectly acceptable. The one I'm more concerned about is the giant mammoth that's going to kill me. Kalga. Pretty good target for Dispute. Or Disdainful Stroke. More mana. We're currently at 6 actually because of the 2 from the Dryad. Or the Calorit. So, yeah. I think that's good. Scry here. Another Triome. Not too bad of a land choice. Play our guy. Threaten lethal. Next turn. End turn. Play a Vivian. Copying the abilities. This is going to hurt. Oh, an opponent packs it in. Because they realize that they can't actually pay for the Mammoth. Yeah, really, really bad play there. What he should have done was He played the Vivian, then he plus 1 for the tree with flying. That would buy him at least 2 turns. Granted, he has to do a couple of things. So next turn he can do a 6 for free. But yeah, but next turn we'll be playing our Tiamat with the extra treasure that we had from the Goldspan Dragon anyway, so it's not like we're going to be that bad off. But anyway, next match. I don't know, I should put the camera down a bit lower so that it reaches everything. We'll see. We're going first against a World Sculptor. Sculptor isn't too bad. When he enters the battlefield, it's kind of the issue. Yeah, creates 0/1/1/4 for the amount of cards that they have. Let's just keep this for now. We have Lofty Denial, which we're able to summon the Tyrant, which would be pretty good. Going first, pretty nice. So we definitely curved out to get the Leyland Tyrant. Or we just Tome. Ooh, that's a spicy card in this match. So what is the play here? I'm just going to use the Tome here to draw a card. Because he's not at the stage where we have to worry about it currently. He might have Cultivate or something. Yeah, that's a decent thing to be scared about. But not currently. Castle Garenberg is also pretty good as well. Let us draw some very spicy cards. We played a Witherbloom on turn 5, I believe. No, 6. Turn 6 instead of turn 7. Because of the castle. Oof, look at that. Look at that damage. I say we put out another blue here. This way we can flash this thing in. Give us a couple more turns before the Sculptor comes out. Sculptor is okay. Against Squirrel, aggro, I can tell this is more of a mid-range kind of deck. We're not that bad. And we can, like, wait it out. Field of Ruin can kind of ruin our plans, though. If they take rid of the World Tree. So we have to curve out correctly then. But it shouldn't be too much of a problem, in all honesty. Oof. That's some spicy meatballs. So now we are color corrected. The play to make here is to Doomscar because we won't have the mana to do it next turn, I believe. Because the World Tree is going to be gone due to the Field of Ruin. The question is if we want to keep this up so they cost 6 here. They have 6 here. This can cost 8. So we still have one more turn available to us. If they get rid of the Castle of Garenberg, we can't get the Witherbloom next turn. If they get rid of the World Tree, we lose a lot of curvature. So yeah, look at that. Ban card city over here. Oof. What you gonna do? What you gonna do with that 3 mana, yo? Gonna play an ooze. Right. Eat my dragon. How dare you? Oh, that does make some of our plans a little bit worse. Okay. Play the Witherbloom. Play this. And we will say go for now. I don't think there's much that we need to worry about. Shia, definitely a card I want to counter. So they're going to have to waste all their resources if they want to use a Shia. It'll cost you 4. Then the Field of Ruin can't take away our stuff. I'm perfectly fine with that. Let's see if we can draw. Heartless Act. Pretty good. And there's the long rest to get our stuff back. Okay. Dragon, not necessary currently. I think Tiamat might be the best play here. We can get back a couple of our cards, though. Arctisac and Lofty Denial, which I don't think is going to win us the game, though. Which is why we should probably just leave it for now. Tome, Witterbloom, Dragon 1, Dragon 2, Dragon 3, Dragon 4, Dragon. And Terror of the Peak might be good. Yeah, Terror of the Peaks. If we're using Terror, we don't need this. We already need this. It gives us, it just lets us ping for 5 damage, which could be lethal. One thing that I could have done there was just to get the life gain dragon, and then we do the Witterbloom thing, play the life gain, we get 5 back, but I think that is way too low for this kind of deck. And we're not too sure when he's going to get trample, we're not too sure what kind of plays he's making here. So it's best to be safe with our life total here. 10, I think, is a sufficient amount. Oof. There's the swarm. There's a swarm. Migration Pat. Or Migratory Greathorn, I believe. Okay. Let's see you win with only 1 open mana. There we go. Question is, can we kill him? I think we can, as long as we have... Yeah, I think we can win. Definitely can win. We can ping him down with the Terror. So, Temple of Mystery. Goose to gain a bit of life? Not the worst thing that can happen. Oh man, why would you leave? Why would you leave? I needed to get off. Not in a sexual way, but you know, in a normal way. So what we could have done here was attack for 11. 11 means that we can just summon the old Gnawbone beforehand to get another like 11 mana out of it. And then we just play, we tap the Witterbloom for its effect, we play the Terror of the Peaks into the Scrounge for an extra 5 damage, and then we just play like the Inferno Mount for the extra 6 damage there at the end of the game. Although there are many other ways we could have done that. Instead of attacking with, well instead of getting the treasure, first of all, we just played the Terror of the Peaks. And then that would leave us with 4 more open mana, play the Godric there. I don't know, many ways we could have ended that, and the opponent had to leave before I picked one. Damn it, easy target. Why? Why? Okay, next game, everyone. This is a card that I also really want to build. I actually haven't done a deck for it. It might be tomorrow's video, but Teresa Moondancer is basically a Helioid with a Scry effect, and she can run a Helioid herself. Not as good as Helioid, but better in other ways, because we are able to Scry and stuff. Thus getting ourselves more things to use. Let's have a look here. There are pathways, always good. Blood Chief's Thirst. Sweet Feet the Swarm. Many ways of removing this. Unless they have a Selfless Savior or something on the field. Prosperous Innkeeper. Really good card that I should add to my deck. For now, let's get rid of this. I'm sure you guys can hear it, but Tuna's purring on my lap currently. Yeah, this is a very scary one to have with this kind of deck. There's a Teresa. And here's the removal. Kind of want the blue source. But we need the black source, maybe? Yeah, the black source is better for here, because we have another blue source in here. So we are curving out okay. There she goes again. Alright. What are we going to do? Play the tap source? I say play the blue source is fine. Wait to the end of their turn to see what it is that we need. I definitely want to play a land to scry and to gain more life. Lofty Denial ain't gonna hit that, sadly. Passing the combat. Let's not let them wait. Just going to drag this into the deep for now. Couple of ways to get things back. 5 mana, we can get back our... What can we get? We can get the Bloodchief Stairs and the Beat the Swarm, which allows us to kill the Teresa pretty early. Or Trilasaria. So, my go. Right. Another red source would be great here. We do have to do this now, though. We definitely have to do this now. The ooze is just going to steal it, otherwise. There's another life. Scry another thing, why don't you? Enters the battlefield, gain 3 life. Not even gonna attack with the ooze. Okay. Very strange. Destroy this. So now the next time we cast it will cost 6. Remove this. And we're just going to keep this all up for now. Granted, I can use Fleet the Swarm to get rid of the ooze. But the ooze isn't too much of a threat currently, and I want to wait later to see what they got. Let's destroy this. Passing the combat. The ooze can eat that up for a yummy, yummy counter. What you doing? There's the Galgarot. And here's them without extra mana. Good job, people. Damn it, we're missing a land. It's so sad. So very, very sad. I said we attack for now. The reason for that is that next turn they can eat the ooze. They can eat the 2 cards inside the graveyard, or to get the Elder Galgarot, in order to get this to a 5/5. So this would be our only window opportunity to actually attack them. That we can actually remove. Yeah, so we need to play it like this. Play the Witterbloom. Get you. Remove you. Or play you. Yeah, playing him seems better. Because we have blockers for the floor there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything but the Leyland Tolerant is necessary. There we are. So this has the potential to go out of control. Yeah, that's basically a game. There wasn't very little they could do. They could wipe the board, which probably be the best thing to do. But they do that, it would cost them at least 4 mana. This one's actually pretty good inside the class thing. I keep forgetting to put the Prosperous Innkeeper inside here. Whereas there it is. It's got exiled by the ooze. But yeah, this is actually a really good card inside her format here. I gotta remember to put that inside my deck later. But let's move on to the next match. More Vulo nonsense. Why? I feel like too many people play this deck and it really hurts. Them, not me. I'm perfectly fine. Let's go for the green source, I believe. Next turn we can play the Magda, turn after that we can play the Tome. Okay. There's the Mystic. Oof. This is a scary one. Let's see them remove this. I'm perfectly okay with this kind of trade. Or would the intervention be better? Yeah, I think the intervention would be better. Gives us another mana off the Magda that we probably wouldn't have otherwise. Then we can just Malade. Not a solution to our current problem. Even when he's tapped, he can still activate his ability. So we need to draw into a solution. There's the corridor. There's a goose. In order for us to kill him, we need to do 2 damage. So we need this and this plus 2, which is what we currently have. So you can play it like this. Play the goose, maybe? No, the goose isn't the play to make. We need to keep this now. Hopefully we can draw a land. Not a land. What is the play here? I say we don't attack, and then we can play the dragon. Should we trade Magda for the mana? Sure, let's do it. I don't see Magda being very useful a little bit later than this, so having more mana available to us is probably the best move. Get the goose out in the field now. This way if we have any mana in the future turns, we can actually use it. Wicked Wolf. Temple. Another temple. And the turn there. Keeper of Fables. That's a scary card. Quite like this as a card, though. Let's see what we get. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do this for now. Next turn we can actually play the Witterbloom as well. We are letting them draw quite a lot of cards, but there's no way around it, I believe. Oof. 1 or more. It's a maximum of 1 card per turn. There's Vulo. There's 2 greens, and then there's a Tangrot. For mana generation. Play you, and we deal 4 damage, giving us 4 treasures. But each treasure costs for 2, so we play like this. Yeah, so this is the play to make. Attack. Then we play Witterbloom with all this mana. We can untap this. That's very dangerous, because if we do that... But that is the play to make, I believe. So we can use this to play this, or we can just do this to remove a couple of his things. Mainly the Vulo and the other thing. Then he has tree left to attack with. Could just play this. But no, the Vulo is a dangerous thing. Get rid of you, get rid of you. So we need to do 6 anyway. Tree blockers. There's a mammoth. No! Don't kill Witterbloom! I don't see why they would do that. Yeah, my game. So, you guys are probably wondering what's going on here. Getting rid of the Vulo was the best play to make there, because otherwise he would have had 2 mammoths on the field, which would have decimated us, in all fairness. So if he attacks with those guys... What happened there? So, yeah. We had 3 creatures, he had 4. He only needed to play 1 more creature to have a removal. And sadly, this was it. If he had the extra land, he would have been able to play the mammoth and then have 4 creatures, and that would have left us for dead. Even though, if that was the case, if he did have these 4 and only removed 1, I would have blocked 1 here. Then we would have blocked 1 over here, which brings us up to 3 life, and then these 2 do 1 damage. So in all cases, he needed to remove 2. So that's why we won, guys. That's why we won. Let's move on to the next match. Okay, so we're against a wild mage. Oh, it's a dice rolling one. I really want to do one of these decks one of these days too. So an elf shaman. Okay. Not the worst hand to have. So we'll keep it. Getting rid of this is going to be a pain. We do have a binding. Yep, and they have a berserker class. Turn 1. Classic. Classic, classic. There's the Arcane Signet, so they can play their creature next turn. We can play ours as well. We can play our Binding the Old Gods after this. Hopefully they don't run a Embered Shieldbreaker. There's the commander. Okay. So we have a black source. I think blue is necessary here. Play a binding. Wild Mage. Cruel Celebrant. When it dies, deal 2 damage to a creature or planeswalker you control. No, you're one of more. Yeah, come on, I need to read. Whenever you roll 1 or more die, target creature gets 2/0 and menace end of turn. Okay, creatures you control have haste or tree. That's actually a really good one for 6 mana. 6 in total, only 3 to get the level 3. So, what's the play here? I think it's to play the Dryad. This way we can play all our stuff out. I'm not too fussed in having the Rebirth, because I just want to play the Tiamat straight off next turn. Opponent's gonna have to Storm's Rat into a Shock, into the Cruel Celebrant to get rid of a Tiamat. A Crow in War. No, how dare you? Okay. Okay. You, my friend, are needed. Witterbloom. Terror. One of these. Goldspan Dragon be pretty nice. And you never know with these red aggro decks. Remove 2. Don't need the long rest. And I want to say we don't need the tome, because we already hit all of our stuff. Probably. Attack each combat. Each tapped creature deals damage to itself equal to its power. Barbarian. Create a treasure. Creatures you control have haste. Go for it. I don't really need to block that. I'll get that back. So tapped creatures. Play one of these. Fires of Invention, pretty good. Let's YOLO this. Attack. Create all the treasure. Play Terror of the Peaks, maybe? And then we have an extra... Actually, we played this. We can play 4 mana there. Best not to overcommit this. So let's just end our turn there. Yeah, we have plenty of time. There goes our dude. Okay. I don't think there's any coming back from this. I could have just flashed this in before combat. I know I could have. But where's the fun in that? 18? You may roll again. Holy shit. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Alright, alright. So much treasure. Block this here, block this here. We take 6 damage. Doesn't have trample, but he does have 3 more mana to play with. What can you do in this kind of situation? 6. Five mana. Slaying Fire would deal 5 damage to face, I think. But we will heal 1 because of the pest. It's fine. Exile at end of turn. My turn. Terror of the Peaks into a Goldspan Dragon. Into one of these. And I believe that's game. Good job, Gara. You did your best. Wow, that is a pretty nice deck though. Fair play for him to like trying something out like that. Delino Wild Mage. Choose target creature control, then roll a d20. Yeah, I think this is actually some good content. I'm not gonna lie, guys. We're probably gonna be playing this one of these days. So the Lina is one of the things I want. So is the Moonwalker. We're going first against a Tiamat deck. Horrible hand to have, though. A bit better. Mountain Plain Swamp doesn't trigger the castle, sadly. So... you. Command Tower, pretty good. Curving out correctly. Although we have no ramp spells, so we're a bit slow. Twinning. Wait, is that? Yeah, it's the same one. Look at that. It's the little things in life, guys. Little things. Play Leyland Tyrant next turn, maybe? Yeah, I think Leyland Tyrant definitely to play here. Forcing to use their mana. If not, we can just continuously have more mana. Well, 2 per turn because we only have 2 sources to generate red currently. Foretelling. Ooh, spooky. Let's attack first of all. I do want to play this Triome, but I kind of want to see if we can set ourselves up for a better turn. Goldspan Dragon, pretty good. So, yeah. It's gonna end the turn there. And we're gonna put a stop at our end step. Or their end step, because then we can just tap these 2 for red mana that we can use during our turn. Why would you do that? No. Black. Green. Die. Give them a mana. I'm okay with that. Red. Red. My turns. Wait. Tree. So, green. Green. And play another pathway down here. What do we need here? Blue? Okay. Just double checking. If the opponent has no more removal spells, we can just star him out. They have enough to play the Tiamat, though. Doomscar. That's a play. Alright. You have an opportunist dragon. They're gonna steal my treasure. Alright, stealing my treasure is equivalent of a dick move. Dick move, bro. This is even. This one's odd. So, next move would be to play this. Next turn, play Fires of Invention. Actually, playing Fires now would be the better choice. We can play this. 0. Would you like to take 6? Tree. So, play the Tiamat. Well, Extinction Event first, then the Tiamat. And then we kind of win. Leyland Tyrant, MVP of this match. Even if we do lose. I don't think we will. So it's 4, 7. Extinction event. Into that. Play you. Witterbloom. Terror. Gatwick. Adult Dragon. Gnawbone. I think this. It's fine. So this is 7. This is 4. No evens here. Rather sad. Oh wait, since we can, might as well see if we can try this. Going to be forced to block, giving us back the treasure. So next turn we just terror into a Gatwick to win the game. Yeah, we have nothing. Not gonna lie, Fire Intervention, very much a double-edged sword. GG's. Okay, let's keep it going. The bread box. Okay. Not the biggest fan of this matchup. Wind Robber turn 1. Goose turn 1. I do think we need to keep digging for a solution though. We got 1 removal for the Kingpin. Oh Jesus, that's going to hurt. Actually, it's not too bad. So play this for blue. We'll play the Dryad, which will be able to... Yes. To protect us from the Almond Kill, which I think is the better thing. If he starts getting lands for free off of us, then that is just really bad for us. Next turn, we're not too bad off. We use the Eye, and then we draw into another land. Opponent currently has no black mana. This attacks to mill. Oh man, it's one of our untapped lands. It's a good thing. It's the one that we have 2 of. Okay. Let's scry to see what you are. Another land. Yeah, another land's good. So, play this. Pay 2 life, get a land. Okay. No attacks. Keep up blockers for the Almond Kill. 4 blue. Oh, Jesus. They can pay 2. Block the Wind Robber. What do we need? Not much out, honestly. So drawing more cards will be in our favor here. Put up the mana in case they have a Disdainful Stroke. Not particularly fussed if they do. What? Why would you take this? This game, I swear. Alright, so... we can just tap the Goose for another land next turn. Or we can use this Wizard class. And forgo. We are currently at 6, so yeah, let's just leave it for now. Because with the Goose on board, we can threaten to play the Tiamat if they tap out. How dare you? How dare you? Okay. So now they just crew. And aren't we screwed? Alright. Assuming they don't have a mystical dispute, we should be fine. Oof, they got the world tree. Okay, it's tap out. Draw your last pathetic card. Okay, many options. One of these. Terror. Dragon. Witterbloom. And I think Goldspan. Actually, this one would probably be good because it's uncounterable. You have to discard 3 cards. Scary. So we don't need the wizard class anymore. Actually, if we played the wizard class the other turn, we wouldn't be able to play Tiamat. But it is what it is. Dragon Turtle is okay. We can combine it with the Terror, but at the moment we can't. And Leyland Tyrant, same story. So we have 5, 6. Now their mana is corrected thanks to our world tree. You are welcome, opponent. It's the adventure one, isn't it? Yeah. It's the dungeon one. Opponent's not gonna do anything. Decline. Ooh, spicy. Can it go off is the question. If it can, aren't we in for a surprise? Not too bad. Move on to the next stage. Could feed the swarm to get rid of something of theirs. This thing. Because it can attack alone. Opponent is currently scrying for an answer. I swear, this Tiamat. 2 red sources and we could have got the second one down. Start threatening their life total. I think if we manage to get 1 dragon down, we'll be fine. Soaring Tot Teeth. Okay, end the turn. Do they have something? Doesn't seem like it. Elspeth's Nightmare is going to get rid of our goose. That's not very fair. Decline. Take the mana. Play Witterbloom, maybe? They can start chipping away at us. Play this. Nah, playing this is probably the best. Efficient use of our stuff. Okay. All right. Let's be a bit dangerous. Get rid of this. I don't really mind too much if they take one of the cards from my hand. It's not really a problem. Oh, we can do it to get rid of this. Yeah, probably that. This is the best. We can eat the food next turn as well. Keep everyone on board. Feel free to take whatever you want. Nothing. Because they're cowards. Let's eat this food. Ooh, heroical intervention would have been a great one to have. Search our deck for something. Play the command tower. I think Goldspan Dragon's probably for the best. We do have to play the Terror of the Peaks. Yeah, it's the only way we can get rid of their ghostly pet Philipher. We only need one blocker. Or two blockers in the air. So I'm just going to leave one here just to be safe. Ping you. Steal my stuff. What cards you got? I have so many removal spells inside my deck. I really hope they don't hit one of them. Steal a tome. What spells did I use? So Pizza Swarm is gone. So no more of that nonsense. Got rid of my treasure dragon, okay? So I'm pretty sure this is it for them. Draw a card. Yeah, it's game. That's how you beat rogues, people. That's how you beat rogues. That said, though, it was very close. Very close. They were playing a very weird deck here. Getting the World Tree was one of the biggest faults that I had to that deck. Like, look at that. They have 5 freaking mana there. Look at that. Stealing that. I only have 1 black source from their own thing. Welcome back, everyone, to the post-game wrap-up. And thank you for being with us the entire journey through. I hope you guys had some fun, as much as I did. And I will not lie, Tiamat is a fun commander. Not a great commander, a fun one. Because he is just so much of a liability that sometimes you're not even able to play him. And when you tap out and you get removed with a Heartless Act or something else, it feels bad. They traded 2 mana for 7 mana. But the value of him isn't strictly in his 7/7 body, it's also in the strong dragons that he fills your hands up with and lets you tutor for, which gives you so much more mana, assuming that you already have 7 mana. Because you have 7 mana to play Tiamat, you have 7 mana to play these guys. Fires of Invention, very dangerous card. Very, very much a dangerous card. Could get you killed. Because you can't use your Lofty Denial, Sustainable Strokes, or other instant effects like the Malachite Rebirth. But it's okay. And by the time you're able to play it, usually these things are no longer valid. And you can play it during your turn. But yeah, Magda's okay. You need to know when to trade with her correctly. I've never been actually able to use her ability to sack 5. Basically a thing to grab more mana, in my regard. Also a thing to kind of get the Gadwick a little bit online if we need it. Plus 2 for 1 mana is okay. Sometimes to get rid of it, which feels bad, which isn't great. We can definitely use a Mana Dork instead, which is a lot safer, but I feel like that's not really what this deck is going to be about. You can though. You can. I don't think there's a lot more that can give you 2. There is the Natural Hyperbolist, which can only be used for spells that are monsters, which mainly they are, but sometimes they aren't. And when they aren't, they might mean a lot. Like Behold the Multiverse and all this other stuff, very much needed. And if you're able to play her for 2 and then get 2 treasures back of it, I'd say it's an amazing return of value. 2 mana on turn 2 is pretty dangerous, but 6 mana on turn 4 is it's very much 1 turn away from a Tiamat if you haven't gotten it already. I'm not so sure how I feel about this entire deck or commander as a whole. Tiamat, like, I know, I'd like him. 7/7, beep boop, boop boop, hit him from the face and they're dead. But like, I don't know, very, very risky plays here. I do have stuff in here that I don't think that we probably need. It's very, like, a long rest, right? So the reason why I put long rest in here is because Tiamat gets you all these dragons, and then the dragons all die to a board wipe, and then you have no more dragons left in your deck to play. That's why I put in long rest. But I've seen myself use this a lot more often in the fact that I can use long rest to get back my kind of small removal spells, like Bloodchief's Thirst, and then some of my other things here, or, you know, one of my denial spells. And that's how it's been done. I think it does a lot of work, although I'm not too sure if long rest is the most efficient use of it, because I'm pretty sure there are other spells that are cheaper that will let you get stuff back. I know Balaclad Recovery costs 3, and then you get 1 card of anything back. This one is kind of the same, but you have to pay double the amount of mana, but you do get more cards potentially in the long run, which if you play to the late game, it might become relevant sometimes, but not necessarily going to happen. This one's pretty good. A ram spell that doesn't look like a ram spell. Magda, pretty good, as I said before. Feed the Swarm's pretty good against the Kenrit decks, or any decks in general. But it does also target the tree, what was it, Eshka World Tree? Or the Eshka the Prismatic Bridge. The bridge is what I was talking about, yeah. But yeah, also Doomscar pretty good. I'm not too sure if I should run another kind of board wipe here. This is the cheapest one that I can find. Wrath of God is not inside the standard here. The closest one that's at 4 is the Shatter the Sky now. And Shatter the Sky gives everyone a card if they have 4 power or greater. And I'm not too sure how I feel about that. I feel like Doomscar, turn 3 sometimes can destroy stuff that are extremely aggro, like the like the green-white commander, the moon-white person. But other than that, I do think that Extinction Event and one of these is okay. Putting in another mass removal spell probably be in your best interest as well. Although I'm not too sure you should have something like this. Extinction Event, I think, is just too good. But yeah, that is our video for today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching the best doggo deck. Hope you guys liked it. Please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys think about this. And please be sure to subscribe if you do like the content so that we can provide more for you in the future. But until next time, everyone, I'll see you later.